Today we're going to be having a look at these hybrid set of olive cone lights. So these lights I've had for many years. I got them in a rather sorry state. They are comprised of probably about 3 different sets of lights. Now, normally the olive cone type lights, I just take a bulb out for you. They're sets of 12. The bulbs, oh, I've lost my gasket. The bulbs are usually opaque in colour, but these ones are clear. They're 20 volt bulbs. I think they're about 3 watts each. I can't really remember. There is writing on these bulbs. So there you go. There's Osram 20 volts, 3 watts. So yeah, these are Osram olive cone lights. They are clear coloured bulbs. There's your bead. It's good how they got that little curl on the filament there. That's weird. Yeah, picture on screen of what these lights look like when you got them boxed. I believe some of them actually came with a garland or a 2 meter length of tinsel as well. So it's like a little decoration kit for your tree. Now these shades, I got these in a bulk buy many years ago, early 2000s. They are complete. It's a complete set of shades. They're absolutely massive. Here's the plug for comparison. Big chunky things. They're about 2 inches in diameter. Very unusual to get shades on the olive cone lights. There's a little paper gasket with it. These I do not believe are the original Osram lights, but there you got your Bakelite bulb holder. It's got the red berry on the bottom, and the way this works is you slide it down, you open up the wire on the bottom, you put the branch of your tree through there, and then you push the berry up to hold it in place. Quite an ingenious little system. Like a previous video, I think it was the Jingle Bells video, these bulb holders go in the exact same way as in the base, the brass base. It's got teeth on it and it digs in to the Bakelite to hold it in place. They can pop out from time, but you can push them back in if you're careful. These are in really good condition. Let's put our shade back on. The shade just sits there. It's balancing on hopes and dreams, and then the actual bulb itself is what holds it in place. So the bulb is now fully seated, and the shade just sits there, and I think the gasket is there to mainly give it some grip, or maybe to stop the paint chipping off. Now, these lights would have come with the original classic colours of blue, green, red, clear and orange. Opaque bulbs, like on the screen here. Classic colours of olive cone lights. If I have a picture of these shaded lights in the archive, I'll put that on screen now as well. Now this string was in excellent condition when I got it. I put these shades on because they didn't have a set of lights with them when I got them. They were just loose. And I put these brand new bulbs in to make this hybrid set of lights. Fantastic set of lights. I've made them to just use up some parts and make a cracking set of lights. I've not had them out a lot, but I think I'll get them out this year. I think they'll look quite good on a garland around the fireplace. Now, biggest problem I have with olive cone lights is the sets go in a circle. Now this particular set I've not converted to go into a straight line. I will show you the lights that I've converted to go into a straight line. This one, ignore the tape. the wires are not taped up. They are proper soldered and heat shrinked, and I've just added extra cable. It's funny because modern thick cable that you get on Christmas lights now is the exact same gauge as the older style lights were. So even the older style lights, the olive cone ones, had the thick cable back in the day, and this was just to extend them because the lead to the plug was very, very short. Back in the day, you used to use a lamp to plug your light in. They all came with like a bayonet fit holder. But I've just added a bit of extra cable. I didn't want to convert these to go in a straight line because the set, again, was in excellent condition, so I left it as is. I will do deeper dives on olive cone lights, on how to maintain them, how to repair them, and how to run them. And I think the electric grid for these lights is a little bit too spicy these days. I have found a lot of these lights suffer from overheating. And rather than the bulbs blowing, what tends to happen, you watch me lose this gasket again, is the soldered end on this terminal on the bottom. You see how flat that is there? How flat it goes? What happens is, these heat up, and this goes pliable and moves, because sometimes the lights are hanging upside down and it moves, and the light goes off. So people go around trying to find what the problem is, turn the light, and it pushes the solder down to the point where it will not touch the terminal in the bottom of the bulb holder. So there's many a times I've repaired the bulbs by adding another blob of solder on there just to build it back up again to get them going. But I think it's down to them not liking the modern electric voltage. So for many years now, a long time, I've been running my lights with these dimmer plugs. They're about £6-7 off eBay, but they will save your lights. They'll make them last a long time. I will do another video later down the line, a deep dive into how to run these lights. But if you have old lights like these, the set of 12 olive cone lights or figural bulbs, run them on a dimmer plug. You can see that this is just slightly below half. I'll plug it in now. And these lights are fantastic. They're a brilliant brightness, and they're as bright as I would expect them to be normally. Now this is them on the very lowest setting, very dim. Put it back to how I have it, just halfway. Now watch what happens when you run it on full whack 240 volt electrics. They are ridiculously bright, far too bright. So hence why I run them at almost half power. I'm not saying it's 115 volts or 120 volts. I would say I'm probably running these about 180, but without a meter I couldn't possibly say. But they're a nice safe voltage, keeps them a bit cooler, and it prolongs the life of your bulbs so you can enjoy them for years to come. So we've got them lit up. I know I have clear shades with yellow bulbs in, and I have orange shades or orange bulbs. I didn't want to scrape the paint off to make them clear. I might find some bulbs that have a lot of paint loss and scrape them off and put clear bulbs in, but again, they look fine. So there's your yellow with a clear shade. A lot of reflection on them. Here's your orange. Here's your green. Nice, lovely, deep, dark red. Fantastic colour red, these. Brilliant. And here's blue. Now, the blue bulbs fade quite badly. That one's got a little bit of a chip on it there. But they still look good. They almost have a purple tint to them. Now where's our bulb we were looking at originally? The yellow one. There it is. The little curl in the filament has disappeared. It's kind of straightened out. It must have heated up and popped out. But there you go. A little custom set of classic olive cone lights. They're a mixed bag. The bulbs from the Osram lights are from the 70s. They're a 70s set of lights. Bulb holders, no idea. They could be 1950s, 1960s, take your pick. They're old, very old. If anybody's got any ideas of the exact age of these, let us know in the comments below. Again, I hope the archive pictures helped. Just thought to share them all with you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.